Hey guys, it's Benjamin with Benjamin's Exotics, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a Coral Glow Mojave ball python that we produced in the 2020 breeding season. This is Coral Glow Mojave number 2000206, so he was the second clutch of the 2020 breeding season. So this guy was actually the offspring of our male Coral Glow, which is the ID number M4, bred to one of our female Mojaves, which is actually ID number F2. So this guy's official hatch date was actually on August 3rd of 2020. His weight at birth was 78 grams, and as far as feeding goes, he was a bit of a slow feeder to start. Most of the animals in his clutch were. They didn't really want live or even frozen thawed rats. Typically, you start with frozen thawed rats. If they don't take that, you go to live rats, and these guys just were not receptive. So we started off giving these guys live mice, and so this guy right here, as well as his other clutch mates, started off on live mice, ate those for about 3 or 4 meals. Then we moved them over to mouse scented frozen thawed rats, which is where we take a frozen thawed rat, and after it's thawed, we mix it in mouse shavings that have been used for a couple days. That gets the mouse scent on that rat, and we were actually able to get them to switch from mice to rats that way. And then after we did that for about, again, 2 or 3 more feedings, we got them completely weaned off of the mouse scented frozen thawed rats and just on plain frozen thawed rats. Now this guy is literally going to be dropped off at FedEx in about 20 minutes to his new home, so he's not currently available, or at least he was about a week ago, but the person that is interested in him has actually paid, and he is going off to his new home. So he is in for soak. I like to soak all of our animals before we send them on a shipment, just because we make sure they're fully hydrated, they're relaxed, they're not stressed, or at least we reduce the stress as much as possible. So like you can see, a really nice male Coral Glow Mojave ball python. We can look at his belly. You can clearly see really cool kind of flaming from the Coral Glow. It's very subtle, but it actually goes into the belly on some of the pattern on this guy. I really like what Coral Glow does with Mojave and how those genes interact. We take the Coral Glows, which typically fade quite a bit as they get older, and you bring in all of these deep purples, which honestly on the camera looks more like a gray, but as these animals age, they hold their purple color so much better than something like a normal Coral Glow ball python. You can see very, very, I guess you could say like almost soft colored yellows, very light. I mean, this is, I don't even want to call this a yellow. It's almost like a cream, essentially. Really nice flaming on the sides of that guy. I mean, this is just a really nice example of the Coral Glow Mojave combo. Really cool pattern right there on the tail of this guy. And for anyone that wants to see this guy's sex, like I said, he is a male. So if I can get him to hold still for the camera. See if I can get this in one shot. It's kind of hard to do from behind the lens, but if we look at this guy like that, boom, like you can hopefully see right there, that guy is definitely a male. He has this really nice stripe, or at least partial stripe, down the first part of his neck, and that's actually, see if we can get a good headshot of this guy. He's got some really interesting diffused alien head patterns on the side of his neck at the very beginning of his pattern. Like, look at that. That's not really too typical of Mojaves. I mean, you do see that sometimes, but that's a really cool spot right there that I could actually identify this snake with. And it's also on the other side. You see this kind of fading of the alien heads and this one lone dot right behind his head on that stripe. We'll get a quick headshot of this guy just to look. Pretty standard head, nothing too fancy. Really nice eye stripes, and I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but some of the Coral Glow Mojaves from this clutch, actually most of them, have that really cool, very faint kind of orange color on the very tip of their nose above their heat pitch, which is also very cool. You can see bottom of this guy, he does have a little bit of marks on his lip. That's basically just from rubbing, probably when he was in the tub getting a soak for the last few hours. And just a really nice dark purple head on this male coral glow Mojave. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this guy in a video. Like I said, in about 20 minutes, we're heading off to FedEx, and this guy is going to be going to, hopefully, his new forever home, and he should be greatly enjoyed by the new keeper that gets to experience this amazing coral glow Mojave ball python. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys real soon.